Hey guys, wanted to come to you today with a long overdue journal flip through. Pardon the horrible nails, back from the beach nails. I had quit journaling. If you watch my channel, you know that I definitely keep up with my bullet journal. But I had actually quit journaling everyday life. And I fell. It's almost been, well, it has been 2 years now, and I broke 2 fingers, and it just, I don't know, threw me for a loop. And even though it wasn't on my writing hand, it was on my left hand, I quit. So it's one of those things that if you keep putting it off and you keep putting it off, you have a hard time getting back. So I have started back. I am playing catch up. I had shared a video with y'all how that I am journaling online, well, journaling in a Word document just to keep up with everything, and then I transfer it to this book. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you what I've got finished at this time. Just taking the front few pages, putting pictures that I love, my grandchildren. You'll see a lot of pictures of them in this book because they are what makes life fun. And more pictures. This is probably my all-time favorite picture I called of the boys. This was what we called his mean face. And so I told him, I said, do your mean face. Reed laughs and smiles so much that he has a hard time doing a mean face. So that was, he got tickled. And of course, this is the best birthday present in the world, surrounded by all these right here. So. But I just started out. This starts, and I mean, I just started. I just said, let's get with it. And on March the 19th, baby girl here surprised us at the ballpark when she showed up with a shirt that said Preggers, due November 2016. So that's when we found out we were having another baby. So we were all very excited. But I just use a lot of washi tape. I have a selfie printer, which many of you have asked for a video on it, and I hope to get that on very soon. But I print on my selfie printer. Most of the time, I'll print 4 on the 4x6, and so it gives me just the right size pictures for this book. This is some of Tim Holtz. This is not the distress stains. It's just the actual pads. Different, and I'm sorry, they're not Tim Holtz. They're just actual. I'll have to look and see, but it's just colored pads like you use with ink in it. And I just rubbed a little bit on there. You're going to see I've started adding a lot more color, and I've started doing some watercolor on there. The next page is when we had a baby shower for my daughter's cousin. Now, I love funky ladies. I love retro look, and I love color. You're going to see I did a blend of red and turquoise all throughout this page. You say, Suzanne, why do you have those 2 ladies there on that page? Well, let me tell you why. Because I simply love the print, and that's all that matters to me. Every time I look at it, it makes me happy. I think it's adorable, and that's the way I journal. Here you can see I took and did a smaller collage. This is also with my all these pictures are with my selfie printer. That was the purpose for me buying it. This is where it did I printed out a normal 4x6 using stickers, washi tape, but then I'll do a collage with a lot of small pictures also. So I love the diversity of it. This was a day that I took my mother, and this is a shot of her eye, and we had found out on this day she's had one eye hemorrhage and lost almost her sight in one eye. But God led us on March the 21st to the eye doctor. She was fixing to have another eye hemorrhage, and praise God we got it stopped. So thankful for that. And then her birthday was the very next day, and you just see I love using stickers. I love washi. Now also what I've done in this book, I have doubled all of the pages with washi tape. I think I showed that in something else. But these are 2 pages. I knew I was going to be using stains. I knew that I was going to be using paint. And like I had said before, if there's anything particular going on, you could also washi tape the bottom and make this a pocket page. If you had an event and you had a lot of memorabilia that you wanted to put in, then you wouldn't have to put it on every page if you didn't want to. You can make it a pocket and put it right in there. And this, you know, this is just a book that I got, I think, TJ Maxx, Home Goods. So the paper, you know, it's just regular paper quality, but it holds up good. More prints that I just love. This I actually printed out with my selfie. I love taking things off Pinterest and printing them off here. And so you can see here where I did more of the pads. You're going to see that I start adding a lot more color through this. This was Easter, and I just took a whole page and printed pictures for Easter. Love this. Just memories that will never be forgotten. Now this came out of a magazine. This just looked like spring. It looked like Easter. It just looked like, you know, spring is on its way. And so I just inserted that. I just inserted this picture because I thought it was beautiful, loved it, and just wrote around it. So really, in a journal, you just do what you want. Don't worry about technique. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. I really got hung up. I'll say the younger people in their 20s and 30s, they have their own style. They do a lot of layering and just a lot different than I journal. And I just got to thinking that I needed to journal like that. And what it was doing was hanging me up from being creative at my age. And so I just said, heck, you know, let it go and let's just do what works for me. And that's where I am. And that makes me journal then when I get like that. Just another journaling pages here with pictures. If you watch my videos on Trim Healthy Mama, I had gone the whole Easter season without eating any jelly beans, and my very mischievous big brother bought jelly beans when they went 50% off and put them on my garage doors. I could have killed him. This one, it's hard to kind of see the print on it, but it says Hello April. Just printed that out on my selfie just because I thought it was beautiful. More journaling here where we had a great service at church. Our pastor's wife, an orphan, we lost her December the 31st to long battle with cancer. And they've dedicated an orphanage in Colombia, South America. And they came and presented plaques with them. But I love the turquoise background with the red ink. I just think that's beautiful. This was our day of going to the doctor and getting the official sonar that we were expecting our next baby. Just more journaling, washi tape, stickers, anything that I like. Sometimes I do mostly writing. Sometimes I do, you know, a lot more pictures. This is, oh, that's just came loose. I need to glue that. But I just did a little picture of my great niece here trying on her dance costume. And it was just going to be a little, I'm going to have to end up. Some of the cheaper little tapes, this is more of a paper tape. And, you know, trying to flip back and everything, it wants to pull up. So, but anyway, she was loving trying on, that's Miss Aubrey, loving trying on her new dance costume. Just boys having fun there. Now, this is, I printed this out as a 4x6, but this is a saying that our pastor's wife said, if you know what you're about to say is intentionally offensive, just don't say it. Pamela Golden Taylor. And I thought that was so neat that her family put that and made it on Facebook. And so I loved it. So I printed it out in memory of her. But you can see here I've started using watercolor. More paint showing up here. I just use a different washi tape on every page. No rhyme or reason. Don't pick it out. I do my pages ahead of time. This is one day when I took my mother down to visit the old town where she grew up. This is the actual high school steps to the high school she went to. That's all that's left. And she was sitting right there the day she first heard about my daddy. Another girl had said she had a new boyfriend, and she told her who it was, and she went that very night to church where he was going to be to meet him. She took him away. So this was a amazing day, April the 9th. My son-in-law's first cousin was pregnant with twins, and we knew about 5 to 6 weeks before this day that one of the twins had passed away. And this is the day that the other one, both were delivered that day, but this is Hattie Jane. Sadie Jane went on to be with the Lord, but Hattie Jane survived. So happy, sad day. And then this is just people in the hospital. You can see here I've started adding a lot more color. I like it. Some people may not like that much, but I like it. I'm going to get more of the distress stains too. We had a little birthday party here for my brother-in-law. He turned 91. Just more writing. I just love the blend of the colors here and the washi tapes. And sometimes I use stickers for my dates. But I love just looking at that page. I love the whole color scheme of it together. I love printing out scriptures. Stop trusting in man who has but a breath in his nostrils. Of what account is he? Our trust is in the Lord. Then this is when my big boy here, my baby boy, turned 3. I was keeping them that day. They love to do silly pictures. And so I kept them that day. I love the little washi tapes. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just like the birthday. Beth Graves asked me the other day, did I belong to WAG? And I said, well, I'm not sure what WAG is. And it's a washi addict group. Yeah, I belong to it. I love, if you know me, if you've watched me very long, you know that I love barns. So you'll see barns, you'll see doors, you'll see chairs in my journal. This day I was honored to speak at a ladies' conference. And this is the pastor. He's also the associate dean at the college where my husband works. And this is his wife. It was awesome, awesome, awesome. Words cannot explain. I spoke there last year to about 200 women. And it was just incredible. And they asked me to come back this year, which I was so honored. And then this is the program for that day. So I just tipped it in. You can see I was one of 4 speakers. And just such an honor. And my niece, who is my mini-me, she went with me that day. And just, I was so excited because she drove me. She took care of me that day. And it just was such an honor. And she enjoyed it so much. She is so much like me that it is scary. We think alike. We decorate our houses alike. I just can't even tell you how many things we do alike. But she is a blessing in my life. She is truly a blessing in my life. And so when I got home, of course, I was exhausted. And my husband grilled me a steak with peppers and a baked sweet potato. Had everything ready, took it out on the porch, served me, would not let me do one thing. And he said, you have given out to everybody today, and I'm giving back to you. And so it was just awesome, awesome. This was just a very special Sunday at our church, and a guy from our church took this picture. They brought the children up, and the children were actually in the altar worshiping. It was just a very special, unique day, and I put true worship. And the friend that took this picture, he put on Facebook the son worshiping his heavenly father, leaned up against his earthly father, who is also, while the earthly father is looking up to the heavenly father. That picture is classic. It's just so beautiful. And then that afternoon we had Retman, a Hulk birthday party. Every time you'd ask him what he wanted for his birthday party, he'd say a Hulk cake. A Hulk cake. He turned 3. And so we had his party that day. And here we are, just lots of pictures, lots of stickers celebrating that day. That was we did his party actually on the 17th. And then on the 19th, they were involved in a car wreck with their other grandmother. And God's protection was upon them. She ran off the road and it flipped the car. And of course, Rhett was on the bottom, Reed was dangling on the top. God was with them. God was with them. Just a lot of writing, just a lot of things. And I went on to talk about more about God equals protection. I forgot to color that in. And this is the day that Prince died. I'm not a huge fan of Prince, but I do believe he had a tremendous musical ability and talent. And I wanted to make record of the day that he passed away. You can see I'm using a lot more color. And I may go back to doing more stains. I don't know, but I like this. And this is just writing more. Just started using a lot of different colors. And I actually like the way that the little bit of water and all makes this paper feel when I'm writing on it. It makes it a little crunchy feeling. It just makes it feel really good. And as you can see, this is where I'm 2. And this is what a page looks like. And I watch all these people who have this wonderful ability to make all these beautiful roses because with these brush pens, I've been seeing everybody do them on Instagram. And this is a very poor example. But I'm just going to tell you, it's not horrible for somebody who doesn't paint. And when I get this page filled, I have a feeling I'm going to love that page. And I just did a little doodle here. Tried to do it a little lighter. You can see how the paper gets a little crunchy. Some people would really have a problem with that. I don't. Yellow and orange. So I went ahead and prepared. This is going to be a very vivid page. I did sometimes I try to pick up a little bit of the color that's in the washi tape. But you see how the water makes it a little crunchy? I love it. It's no problem to me. But this is what my pages look like. And of course, I've got all of these washi taped. I don't know what I was doing there. Maybe trying out, maybe because I had the orange, I don't know. But I just do it as I go along. But look at this. Look how beautiful this looks with all the washi tape on the pages. Is that not gorgeous? Yes, I am a washi tape addict. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my book. I will do more flip throughs as soon as I get pages done. Like I said, this is long overdue. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some inspiration. When I look at other people's pages, it definitely inspires me. And that's the reason I wanted to share with y'all. Don't be afraid of color. Don't be afraid of stickers. I would love to doodle. I would love to draw, but that's just not my talent. I have talents in other areas, but that is not my talent. So don't get hung up on what everybody else is doing like I did. I quit for a while because I was thinking I need to do it this way. Well, this is me. This is Suzanne. This is the way I need to do it. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it will give you some inspiration. Grab you a notebook. Grab you some cheap Crayola watercolors from Walmart if that's what you can afford. Cheap pens, stickers. So it doesn't really cost a lot to do this. Just get down and put those memories on a page for your family to have when you're gone. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you're not subscribed, which many of you, when I viewed my analytical data the other day, it showed like 60% that had watched one of my videos were not subscribed. People, subscribe. Then you will get notifications when I put out new videos. Subscribe and like it. And I hope to be bringing you a lot more back. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.